Number 6, Horimiya. Starting us off is Horimiya, the show that proved you don't need to wait 200 episodes for two people to figure out they like each other. Hori and Miyama actually get together early on. Revolutionary concept, I know. And then the show focuses on what happens after. It's like someone finally realised that dating is just the beginning of a relationship, not the end goal. What makes Horimiya special is how it handles the contrast between our public and private selves. Hori is the perfect student council president type at school, but transforms into a domestic goddess who could probably intimidate a Yakuza boss at home. Meanwhile, Miyamura looks like he'd apologise for existing, but is covered in tattoos and piercings that would make your edgy cousin jealous. The supporting cast doesn't just exist to make our main couple look good either. Everyone gets their moment to shine, their own little romantic subplot, and their own chance to make you go "oh" at your screen like a complete fool. It's comfort food in anime form, familiar, satisfying, and impossible to feel bad about consuming. This is Emma vs. Anime. Support us by subscribing. Yes, hit the subscribe button now. Number 5, Hyoka. Now, Hyoka might seem like an odd choice since it's technically a mystery anime, but hear me out. This is romance served at the pace of continental drift, and somehow that makes every tiny moment between Oreki and Chitanda feel monumental. Oreki is the patron saint of energy conservation. If laziness were an Olympic sport, this guy would win gold without breaking a sweat. Then along comes Chitanda with her signature, "I'm curious," and suddenly our boy is solving mysteries he never wanted to solve just because she asked nicely. That's not character development, that's love making you do stupid things with a smile. The genius of Hyoka is in what it doesn't say. These two never have a dramatic confession scene or even hold hands, but you feel the weight of every glance, every small gesture, every moment where they're just existing in the same space. It's like watching two planets slowly orbiting each other, and you're just waiting for that moment when gravity finally wins. Plus, the animation is gorgeous enough to make you believe that even the most mundane school festival mystery deserves to be painted like a Renaissance masterpiece. Number 4, Tsukigakure. If you want to experience the emotional equivalent of being gently strangled by nostalgia, Tsukigakure is your show. This anime takes middle school romance and treats it with the respect usually reserved for Shakespearean tragedies, and somehow that works perfectly. Azumi and Kotaro are so awkward around each other that watching them interact is like observing two cats trying to figure out how to use chopsticks. But that awkwardness isn't played for laughs. It's treated as the genuine, terrifying, beautiful mess that first love actually is. The show captures those little moments that feel huge when you're 14. The panic of wanting to send a text but spending 30 minutes crafting the perfect message. The earth-shattering importance of walking home together. The way your heart tries to escape through your throat when someone you like talks to you. And can we talk about how realistic these kids look? No gravity-defying hair or eyes the size of dinner plates. Just regular teenagers fumbling their way through feelings they don't understand. It's so authentic, it hurts, but in the best possible way. Number 3, Nodame Cantabile. Here's where things get interesting. Nodame Cantabile takes two people who should absolutely not work together and makes you root for them anyway. Chiaki is a perfectionist classical musician who probably color codes his sheet music. Nodame is a musical genius who lives like a hurricane hit her apartment and decided to stay. Their relationship develops like a complex musical piece, sometimes harmonious, sometimes chaotic, but always moving towards something beautiful. Chiaki learns to loosen up and find joy in imperfection, while Nodame discovers that some structure might actually help her talent flourish. The music is obviously incredible. This show will have you adding classical pieces to your playlist faster than you can say Beethoven, but the real magic is watching two opposites help each other become better versions of themselves. It's not about changing for someone else. It's about growing alongside someone who sees your potential even when you can't. Plus, it spans years of their relationship, from university through their professional careers. You get to see love evolve from that initial spark into something deeper and more complex, like a fine wine that gets better with age. Number 2, Aharon-san is indecipherable. Sometimes the best romances come from the most ridiculous premises. A Haren-san looks like it's about a guy trying to figure out why his classmate is so weird, but it's actually about learning to understand someone whose love language is completely different from yours. Raido's imagination runs wilder than a caffeinated toddler. A Haren does something perfectly innocent, and this guy immediately jumps to conclusions involving international espionage or alien invasion. But here's the thing. His crazy theories are always rooted in trying to understand and help her, even when he's completely wrong. The comedy comes from the misunderstandings, but the romance comes from the fact that they keep trying. They don't give up on each other when communication gets weird. Instead, they develop their own language, their own rhythm, their own way of existing together that doesn't make sense to anyone else but works perfectly for them. It's a love story disguised as a comedy, and by the time you realise what happened, you're already completely invested in these two weirdos figuring out life together. Number 1, Churador Children. And finally, at number 1, we have Churador Children, the anthology series that proves love comes in more flavours than a fancy ice cream shop. Instead of following one couple, this show gives us multiple pairs at different stages of their relationships and somehow manages to make every single one memorable. You've got the aggressive girl who can't be honest about her feelings, the shy boy who overthinks everything, the couple that's been together forever but still can't say I love you, and about a dozen other variations on the theme of teenagers are disasters, but disasters can be adorable. The genius is in the format. Each segment is just a few minutes long, but they pack more genuine emotion and character development into those minutes than some shows manage in entire seasons. You get to see the full spectrum of young love, the excitement, the terror, the confusion, the joy, and yes, even the heartbreak. It's like getting a sampler platter of romance, and every bite is perfectly seasoned with humour, heart, and just enough cringe to make you remember what being young and in love actually felt like. These shows remind us that the best love stories aren't always about grand gestures or dramatic declarations. Sometimes they're about sharing earbuds on the train, bringing someone their favourite snack, or just being comfortable enough to be weird together. So, there you have it. 6 anime that prove romance doesn't need explosions or supernatural powers to make your heart skip a beat. Just 2 people, ordinary circumstances, and the extraordinary magic of actually caring about each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go rewatch all of these and pretend I'm not crying over animated teenagers holding hands.